Welcome back. I'm Emily at Emily's podcast, Tribute to All Little Angels, Part 4, Episode 4 of Refresh Our Memory. March 16th, 2022. My phone rang early this morning. I'm getting the day started, and at 9:03 a.m., Madison is getting ready for work. When she left, I cleaned, I fertilized my grass, it's that time of year, and spent some time outside. At 7:01 p.m., I pull into the cemetery. I see the moon. I stop to take a picture. Then I drove on to visit Wyatt. When I pulled around to visit Megan, I see the sun setting. It is going down behind dark clouds. The picture is phenomenal. I saw the moon rising and the sun setting in just a matter of a minute of time. It's awesome. And it's happening all while visiting with my angels. Thank you, God. When I arrived home, I appreciated being able to relax. I did talk to a few people on the phone, but the conversations weren't that long. March 18th, 2022. Thank you, dear God, for this day and every day. Protect us from evil. Amen. I fell asleep. March 19th, 2022. These past couple of days, I'm spending time with my grandchildren. They are out of school for spring break. Staying busy really does help, but it's still there when you're not. March 20th, 2022. Such an emotional morning. When I woke up, the weight of all of it, it's so heavy. I start to cry. It's bothersome to feel I'm not doing enough and to think. I'm thinking so much about it. My head feels like it's going to explode. I'm crying, begging. Yes, begging. When we were awake, I did make breakfast, and when we were done, Madison wants to go to the cemetery before she goes to work. 12:58 p.m. we left to go to the cemetery. When I pull in, I feel a sense of peace. When I pull up to Wyatt, I look over at him and told him I love him. When we left Wyatt, I went to visit Megan, and I took pictures. I talked with her, and I prayed to both of them for someone to help. I left the cemetery, and when we arrived home, Madison left for work. I had a few phone calls, and as I sat here this evening, I have a good feeling. I thought, I need a fresh start at the cemetery. March 21st, 2022. It seems as though this morning is the same way I was feeling yesterday morning, when I woke up and had a premonition to write the letter to the news stations. When I woke up this morning, I have that same feeling. 11:13 a.m. Patty calls. It is odd, too, because I was just thinking about her, but no, she already has too much on her plate. So it's not even a thought to ask her for help. As we talked about everything she's been doing to stay busy and not feeling well, she asked, "Have you heard any more from Ellen?" I said no, but I did write a letter and I'm trying to figure a way to shorten it. Patty said, "I'll do it." I said, "You will?" I didn't want to bother you because of everything you are going through. Patty said, "Yes, let me do it." I said, "All right. Well, if you feel up to it, read it and see how we can shorten it down." Patty said, "All right. I sent you a couple pictures. Send me the letter." I said, "I will. There's 5 pages." She said, "Okay." We then said goodbye. And thank you, Patty. 3:12 p.m. Patty called. She's ready to work on the letter. She said, get some paper and a pen. I would start with May 7th, 2015, but put in the numbers, not the words. It will help shorten it up. And I'm having a hard time seeing what it says. Will you rewrite in black ink and take out the months, days, and use the numbers? Like May, use 5. I said, oh, all right. Patty said, okay, then send that in black ink and I will see if I can see it. And the conversation wasn't long, and we hung up. When I hung up, I rewrote the letter. I wrote bigger print and in black ink. I didn't use the words for months or days, just the numbers. And yes, it does shorten it up. I finished rewriting the letter. I sent Patty the new letter. And thank you, my friend. March 22nd, 2022. 7:53 a.m. My nephew Bobby called. He's calling checking on us from Michigan because the tornadoes we've had in the state yesterday. 8:06 a.m. My great niece called. Yes, we are all right, and I appreciate it for checking in. 8:45 a.m. I have a message from Sommer. Sommer is the girl who found the packet of information in the back seat of the rental car. She wrote, hi, this is Sommer. Gail left me your number not too long ago, and I didn't get around to reaching out to you until now. Thank you for letting me keep the envelope. I don't know if she told you or not, but my last name is beep. I wrote, you are so welcome. Yes, Gail sent me a picture of your business card and thanked you so much. And it is so weird because when I saw your last name, that's a last name that's pertaining closely to this case. Sommer wrote, the first thing I saw when I opened the envelope to figure out who it belonged to was, I pray my letter finds you well. And I was like, I really feel like I need to read this. So once I actually read it and saw what we have the same last name, I feel like I was definitely supposed to see this. You and I have similar detective skills, and everything you have done is exactly what I would have done. And also, April 4th is my dad's birthday, and currently my younger sister's due date for her daughter. And I'm sorry for your loss. And I'm even more sorry you have to go through all of this just to prove some sketchy stuff is going on. I wrote, oh wow, I believe it was meant for you to find too. It just seems like I'm fighting a losing battle. And I have so much proof to show. Pictures, reenactment of pictures, then and now, and even an overlay picture. And it proves it too. I'm having a hard time for some to look at the information. 9:25 a.m. Patty calls. We talked for about 20 minutes, and she suggested a couple more famous names to send a letter to. I told Patty about Sommer, and Patty is happy for us. When we hung up, I did look up the two names' contact information that Patty gave me. 9:43 a.m. Sommer wrote, what Facebook page was created for this? I don't know why they're acting like it isn't a big deal when there's literally picture proof that they've lied. I wrote, cemetery cover up, Jen Mike Philhauer, my niece created. I have reached out to so many and I don't understand why. Unless when the people call to ask questions, the city says I'm crazy. I mean, I don't know why no one wants to listen or help. And I swear to God, to my angels, this is 100% the truth. I begged for help. And not to sound desperate, but it's coming up on 7 years with this, and it's bullshit on their part. Summer wrote, I found something online with some others upset with them. Have you talked to the two sisters that were told the day of their mother's funeral that they couldn't bury her there because it's flooded? I wrote, yes, I have talked with one of the sisters, and she gave me some pointers on what the city may be telling people when they call and ask about my story, and told me too to have a picture overlaid. 10:11 a.m. Carla messaged. I responded then. I wrote, I'm so emotional right now. I received a text from the lady in Indiana that found the envelope in the back seat of the rental car. She's back and forth asking me questions about the case. She's on the cemetery page, and I pray she is the one. Carla wrote, oh, wow, really? This could be really good. I will be praying. I wrote, yes, this could be really good. Please let it be the beginning to the end of this. Carla wrote, yes. I wrote, I can use Indiana. It's not more than 1,000 miles away. It's only 804 miles, and this may be what is meant to happen. Carla wrote, call me whenever you can, and we can plan if you are serious about going to Indiana. I wrote, I will. I'm messaging Summer still. We may not make it to surprise my brother. For her to help us, we will have to go. Will you still go with me? Carla wrote, yes, I will go, as long as it doesn't overlap with my friend coming to visit, which is in late April. I wrote, oh, no, I would not interfere. Carla wrote, okay, great. I wrote, she just asked me for the overlay picture. Carla wrote, that's good. That's really good. I wrote, yes, yes, it is. My head is spinning. She's asking questions, which is a great thing. And man, it's been a fight. I'm happy, I'm emotional, I'm crying, and I'm thankful. Carla wrote, I can only imagine. It has been hard on you, and it's just so awesome that she has reached out to you. I wrote, yes, it is. It is so awesome. She asked if Indiana was close enough to Oklahoma to help, and I wrote, yes, Indiana can help. And at that time, Carla and I quit messaging. 10:26 a.m. I messaged my niece Jen. I wrote, I heard from the lady who found the packet in the rental car. She asked a question about the sisters, and I answered it. I told her you were the one that originally reached out to the sisters, so she may contact you. Her name is Summer. She said when she started reading and looking at the pictures, she said it was like it was meant for me to find the envelope. Jen wrote, all right, I will be looking for her to contact me. I wrote, okay, just to let you know if someone odd does reach out to you. Jen wrote, all right, and this is really awesome. I wrote, yes, it is. She just told me she's looking over all of it and will spread the word. Jen wrote, this is great news. I wrote, another message asking if someone from Lower Indiana can help. So I told her anyone could help as long as it's not more than 1,000 miles away. Jen wrote, if she can help, that would be great. It would be awesome and a blessing. I wrote, she even told me I investigate it just like she would have. Yes, a great blessing. She thinks it was meant for her to find the envelope. And I just keep crying. I told her how I get emotional just talking about it. Summer told me she's sorry for bringing it up, but this has got to get out there. The word has got to get out there. and I believe she is God sent. Jen wrote, yes, it does need to get out there. And I wrote, yes, and it's about time. 11:41 a.m. I messaged Gail. I wrote, Summer has contacted me. She asked to see the overlay picture, and I have been messaging back and forth since 9 this morning. 12:55 p.m. I messaged Jen. I wrote, hi baby, if you're not busy, do you have the reenactment pictures? Jen wrote, let me look, because I don't know if I have them on my phone or on my tablet. It must be on my tablet. I can get it when I get home. You are talking about the ones the photographer did, right? I wrote, no. The ones I reenacted from 2008 to compare it to 2020. Jen wrote, those are all on Facebook cemetery page, but I might have them on my phone, but not sure. Let me look. I wrote, did we put them on the page? Jen wrote, let me look. I think so, but I'm not sure. Let me see if I have them. I lost some pictures when my phone messed up. I wrote, oh, all right. Jen sent a picture from 2004, 2008, and then 2020. She wrote, are you talking about these? I wrote, yes. Thank you so much. Jen wrote, all right. That just made me feel better. I almost started crying thinking I lost them when my phone crashed. I wrote, no crying. I'm the only one who's allowed to do that. 1:13 p.m. I sent Summer the reenactment pictures from 2008 to 2020. I wrote reenactment pictures. This one was taken in 2008. Summer wrote back the 2020 picture and asked, is this the same road in both pictures? If it is, this is clear as day. I wrote, yes. Summer wrote, how can they even act like they did nothing wrong? Oh my gosh. I sent Summer the photo from 2004 of myself and Madison at Megan's gravesite. I sent Summer a picture of the tree stump taken just a couple months ago, and I wrote, compare the south tree and north tree where people are. That's Megan's grave. Compare the tree stump. No tree stumps are alike. The tree stump doesn't match up to the north tree. There were no trees cut down after 2010, 2011. When I finally was able to talk to someone on March 28, 2016, because they wouldn't return any calls near the first year of it happening, that's when they said they cut down a tree that never stood where they say they cut one down. 1:18 p.m. I called my brother John back. He tried calling earlier, and I told him about what was going on, and Gail, his wife, came in from work, and I talked with both of them. I thanked Gail for leaving the packet in the rental car, and Summer is messaging again, so both John and Gail let me get off the phone, and I'm so grateful for that. 1:23 p.m. Gail messaged me back. She wrote, oh wow, I'm so glad she is getting back to you. I wrote, thank you so much. Summer has been on the phone messaging since 8:45 a.m. She asked questions. She thinks it was meant for her to find the envelope. Gail wrote, you're welcome. I can't wait to hear how much she has in common with you. I wrote, both her and I. Her dad's birthday is the same day as Megan's birthday. She's still asking questions. She just sent, I can clearly see the headstones have been moved. Gail wrote, wow. So maybe we need to make sure she knows everything. I wrote, yes. 1:32 p.m. Summer wrote, have you reached out to the Consumer Protection Division? With no luck, too? I wrote, "No, I haven't. Never heard of it." I did reach out to our Attorney General with a response of, "He's not my personal attorney." 1:36 p.m. Summer sent me a form. I wrote, "Thank you. Yes, I will fill it out." Summer wrote, "Honestly, I strongly believe the two photos showing that corner with that tree should be enough to prove your case, that things were moved. Do you have the original paperwork that was done when you paid for the lot for her to be buried there?" I wrote, "Yes, I have the documents and a layout of the map of the cemetery." 1:55 p.m. Summer wrote, "I went to the Moore City website and tried to look up the cemetery plots, and they're not accessible through that website anymore." I wrote, "Oh, wow." The sister I had talked to did mention if you try to put up something on their web page, the city takes it down. I do know when I first started this, I did see a piece on a family complaining of the cemetery flooding, and when it was taken down, and I couldn't find it anymore." Summer wrote, "I found a couple that I printed off." I wrote, "Oh, okay, good for you." 2 o'clock p.m. I messaged Jen. I wrote, "Baby, do you have the pictures of the two maps of the cemetery?" 2:01 p.m. Jen sent me two pictures of the maps. The map received when we buried Megan in 1999, and the map they handed my attorney when they admitted the headstones had been moved in January of 2019, January 16th to be exact. 2:41 p.m. I sent Gail a message. I wrote, "Summer is on the City of Moore's webpage. Damn, this girl means business. Thank you again." Gail wrote, "You are welcome." And right now, I'm so happy, excited, and emotional. I'm crying, of course. 4:43 p.m. I sent Jen a message. I wrote, "Thank you for having the information when Summer was asking for it." My head was spinning, and my thoughts are, how do I start searching for them in pictures form? I'm happy you had it. She may need more information, but she said by that one picture, that should have been enough proof. Jen wrote, "I'm glad I could help, and that I did have the pictures in my phone." And thank you, Jen. I've been through so many emotions today. I can't believe she contacted me, and I believe she will be the one, just like she believes it was meant for her to find the packet of information in that back seat of the rental car. 10:08 p.m. Madison called on her way home from work. We were talking about what was going on this afternoon, and I said, "She seems to know a lot. She seems to be right on." Madison said, "Maybe she has a title we don't know about." I said, "Yes, that could be true. But my thinking is, if she does, she does. If she doesn't, she may have a family member or knows someone who knows someone who can help." Madison agreed. We let each other hang up so Madison could drive home. And tonight, before I fell asleep, I lay here thinking about the day. It's tough, but it feels like 1,000-ton weight has been lifted off of me. And I know if this works out with Summer helping me, I will have a fight, and I will fight it. As I lay here, I pray to God, show me what to do. Give me the strength and the knowledge to get it done for you, and I will get it done. I fell asleep. March 23rd, 2022. This morning, waking up, I feel so much lighter. I sent Summer a message. 9:16 a.m. I sent Summer 4 pictures, the flag pictures of where they said they cut down a tree, and the pictures from 2004 and 2008 to compare them to. I wrote, "Good day, Summer. I want to send a couple more reenactment pictures. The flags, I used them to recreate where they claim they cut down the south tree. The first flag picture is where the south tree would have stood if ever it stood there. The second flag picture is where Megan's headstone would be if things were right. The rock headstone used to set up next to the south tree. And I want to thank you so much." 11:30 a.m. I start filling the form out Summer sent me yesterday. When I'm done with it, I slipped it in a gold envelope with the short style case file, the case packet as Summer had found. 11:39 a.m. I finished the paperwork and put it in the envelope also. It is ready to mail. I talked with my brother John while I prepared the envelope. 12:23 p.m. I sent Summer another message. I wrote, "I filled out the form for our state attorney general. It's ready to mail." Summer wrote, "Thank you for the pictures. I'm happy you filled it out, and I hope they get back to you about this. It is very clear the headstones were moved, and they have not been entirely honest through all of this." 12:33 p.m. Madison sent a message. "It's in the mailbox. I mailed it." I wrote, "Thank you, baby. And now I'm hopeful Summer will help. I have a nervous feeling in the pit of my stomach, but I think it's because of sending the complaint letter and the envelope of information to the Attorney General's office." March 24th, 2022. 5:58 a.m. Early this morning, I receive a message from Patty. She wrote, "Emily Ann, leave it all the way it is. It is a long story, and you have summed it up. If you take any away, you may leave out the one line that could sway someone. Going back to my case, it came down to one document that the judge granted me a moment, not minutes, to locate in my attached case, amongst hundreds. I asked God for help, and at that exact moment, I pulled it out. Keep it all. Are you typing it? Because if so, that would probably take it to 1.5 pages. At 7:53 a.m., when I see the message, I wrote, "All right, good. I sent out the form that Summer sent me to fill out to the Oklahoma General Attorney's Office yesterday. Maybe filling it out will help instead of just my letter." So I filled it out and sent the information. She's from Indiana and is in jurisdiction 804 miles away from here. I will type the letter today. I'm going to send it to the governor also. Maybe by then he will get it about the same time the Attorney General will get his. Patty wrote, "Yes, the form and the letter will definitely make a statement." At 10:06 a.m., I heard a soft voice say, "You are not fighting this alone." I got tears in my eyes. I looked up and I said, "I know." Then I thought, at times, it feels like it though. This afternoon, I have an eye doctor appointment. So afterwards, we went to the cemetery. We visit with Wyatt, then with Megan. I took pictures, and as I pull away from Megan's area, I noticed 2 holes in the ground as they had buried someone. It looks really odd to Madison and I. And yes, you know I took more pictures. And I'm sorry I can't trust them. No, wait, I'm not sorry. They should be. We left the cemetery and went home. Thank you for listening and stay kind with your words.